This is Wolverine Wildcat, a wooden roller coaster located at Michigan's Adventure in Muskegon, Michigan, manufactured by the Din Corporation. This is Clay with the Pennsylvania Roller Coaster Club, and you're watching Underrated. Now, as we like to do, let's take a look at the map, do a brief geography lesson. Now that red dot, that is me. That's Kennywood. Now, that big bouncing purple, that would be Michigan's Adventure. You'll notice the other parks that are around. I'm sure you do understand a little bit of geography. But this ride is all in part to this man, Charles Din, and his design partner, Curtis Summers. Now, Charles Din, the head of the Din Corporation, would be responsible for a multitude of rides, redoing Wildcat at Lake Compounce and Phoenix at Knoebels. Yeah, I should probably also mention that he was the maintenance and engineering director for Kings Island and was the person responsible for the Beast. Even have redone Wild One at Six Flags America. Now, Din was responsible for their own coasters as well. The very first one being Wolverine Wildcat at Michigan's Adventure, then Raging Wolf Bob's at Geauga Lake, Timberwolf at Worlds of Fun, Hercules at Dorney Park, Georgia Cyclone at Six Flags Over Georgia, Texas Giant at Six Flags Over Texas, Predator at Six Flags Darien Lake, Thunder Run at Kentucky Kingdom, and the three that seemingly were left off that picture, I'm not exactly sure why, we're all done in the final year of Din Corporation's existence, all in 91, which was Cyclone at Six Flags Magic Mountain, Mean Streak at Cedar Point, and Pegasus at Efteling. Now, three of those have been converted into RMCs, and it turns out the Din Corporation rides made great RMCs, but not exactly the plan that Michigan's Adventure has for Wolverine Wildcat, and I am super glad about it because I happen to really like this ride, and I really like the layout. So speaking of which, let's take a peek at this layout with a little bit of the POV action. Now, as you see, this is a little bit different of a double out and back. In the way that the hills are profiled. It's almost kind of like if Hurler were good. And I'm sorry to people from Carowinds and King's Dominion. I really am. I don't mean to put Hurler up on the chopping block like that, but this is like if Hurler were good and the person that designed the layout were actually inspired. That's kind of where I'm at in my mind. But, you know, there are some rough sections to this ride still, especially in the second half, no doubt. It's going to need more Titan track. But, you know, let's talk about that Titan track. You can see it pretty clearly from the pictures that you're going to see coming up on the screen here momentarily. And, you know, it's really difficult to hate what Michigan's Adventure is doing with this ride. You know, you have Shivering Timbers directly to the left, and you decide you're going to put some work in on one of Din's best rides, if not their best that they had ever made. And I don't know what your guys' thoughts on that are, but I happen to be a huge fan of Wolverine Wildcat. And, you know, I don't necessarily get all the hate, but this is probably a good time for us to talk about it. And, you know, the same reason why I feel like it deserves a little bit of acclaim is really the same reason why so many people give it so much hate. And, you know, that is that it is a Din Corporation project. And quite frankly, let's face it, you know, Din Corporation did not build that many high-quality rides. And not to say that Wolverine Wildcat was ever high quality, per se. Just one with a pretty good layout. Now, Raging Wolf Bob's, I never had an opportunity to get on that ride, and I know that there are a lot of people that swear by it and how good it was. Timberwolf from Worlds of Fun, I can tell you from firsthand experience, just just a terrible experience. I mean, if it were my choice, they would tear it down. But maybe there is a point in saving it in some capacity through RMC treatment or something. I don't even know. I mean, that'd probably be a great thing for Worlds of Fun if you think about it. But you know, I mean, I guess the point that I'm trying to make is the reason that so many of these were converted is because they weren't built well. Now, Predator and Thunder Run, those two are actually still operating along with Timberwolf and Wolverine Wildcat. You got 4 DINs still working here in America that they actually built themselves, not counting Wildcat, Phoenix, and Wild One. Again, let's just face it, not known for building the most high quality rides. However, Wolverine Wildcat, that one sticks out to me. It always has, and now that it is getting the investment with some Titan track to shore up some of the areas, I gotta tell you, it may not be the best wooden roller coaster in the world, but listen to how some people speak about it, it surely is underrated. Again, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a like. It really does help us battle against the YouTube algorithm. And if you would, please consider giving a subscribe to the channel. Stay up to date on all of the new videos that we put out. But until next time, guys, we'll see you out there.